head into this next work week, coming up at 5:15.
All right, thank you, Marla. Tougher penalties against domestic violence abusers could soon become a reality if a new bill gets passed in the state Senate.
And Katrina Helma joins us live from Myrtle Beach Police Department here. And Katrina, what kind of changes would we see if this bill does, in fact, become law?
Well, one of the bigger changes that we're looking at with this proposed bill is tougher gun regulations for those charged with criminal domestic violence. There are people in jail right now facing these charges, and police officers tell me the most important thing to them is to enforce the law.
Currently what we have is we don't have tiers in the current statute. What we have is a CDV or CDV high and aggravated nature. CDV standing for criminal domestic violence.
What sets the two levels apart is anything that takes the violence beyond battery, so the use of a weapon, force, or intimidation. The proposed domestic violence bill includes a provision that would take guns away from anyone convicted of a domestic violence charge for a decade after their sentence is served. Federal law already includes the ban, but South Carolina doesn't have its own law to actually enforce it. The bill also would take away the gun rights of anyone who has had a protective order in a domestic violence case against them. Besides the gun provisions, the bill restructures criminal domestic violence laws into a tiered system of degrees, so it's based on the severity of the crime with escalating penalties ranging from 30 days in jail to 10 years in prison.
We do take these matters very seriously because they are a serious nature call. We do respond and we do take the incident reports for the calls and with the facts that were given at hand. And then we provide those resources to the victims and to the families, because once we leave after documenting the incident, then the families have to be put back together again.
Now, some lawmakers have voiced concerns that in this bill, it takes away a person's Second Amendment rights, those gun provisions that are in here. That is expected to be part of the debate as this bill hits the Senate floor, expected to be this morning. Reporting live in Myrtle Beach, Katrina Helmer, WMBF News.
5:03 is your time. Also happening today, efforts are being made to gain local control over education in South Carolina. U.S. Congressman Joe Wilson and State Superintendent of Education Molly Spearman will hold a meeting at the State House today. Congressman Wilson will introduce a bill that would keep the federal government from using grants or waivers to require states to adopt a specific set of academic standards. And a traffic alert to warn you about if you're going to be traveling on Holmestown Road near 17 Bypass this week. The outside westbound lane of Holmestown Road from 17 Bypass to the Lakes access will be closed this week. Horry County officials say it's for work on the Glens Bay Road project. Crews will be in the area for utility work. Flaggers will be on site directing traffic. Also, because of the work, the speed limit in that area has been decreased, so take your time. You'll soon receive applications for new 2-year parking decals in your mailbox. The city of Myrtle Beach plans to mail them out this week. Those decals let you park for free at public meters and at the Myrtle Beach Convention Center. If your car is registered inside the Myrtle Beach city limits and you've paid city property taxes on it, then you're eligible for a decal. Remember, parking meter season starts up March 1st.
A man is dead after what police believe was a gang-related shooting in Bennettsville. They say 29-year-old Mohammed Johnson died after being shot at the old Marlboro School building, the building now used as a community center. Police believe there was a fight just outside the building, and that's where Johnson was shot. He was taken to a local hospital where he later died. Investigators have a person of interest in this case, but they haven't released any additional details about who that individual is. Right now, a man remains behind bars after a gas station robbery in the PD. Officials with the Darlington County Sheriff's Office say Christopher Taylor is charged with first-degree burglary. Taylor arrested Friday and has been denied bond. Deputies connected Taylor to a robbery which happened at a gas station along I-20 back on December 16th. That investigation ongoing this morning, and there may be more charges. The Myrtle Beach Police Department is now on social media to keep you better informed on everything that's happening in the community, particularly where they're concerned. The department plans to use its Facebook page and Twitter handle at MBPDSC to update you on crimes, traffic accidents, and road hazards. They'll also have announcements of special events and department activities posted there as well.
2 senators are calling on President Barack Obama to send more ground U.S. troops to Yemen. Senator John McCain says more ground troops and special operations forces may be needed to stop Iranian influence in Yemen. Senator Dianne Feinstein believes the U.S. needs to increase its human intelligence in the region. Mr. Obama says he doesn't want to increase the U.S. military presence in Yemen, despite the deteriorating security condition in that country. Right now, President Obama is in India. The president and India's prime minister say they've made progress over a potential nuclear deal between the two countries. The deal would allow U.S. businesses to build more power plants in that country.
As two great democracies, two innovative economies, two societies dedicated to the empowerment of our people, including millions of Indian Americans, we are natural partners.
The two leaders will also be discussing climate, defense, and trade during the trip. Today, President Obama was the guest of honor at India's Mammoth Republican Day Parade. Mr. Obama is the first U.S. president to attend India's annual show of military might.
Well, folks, if you've done it, you know that installing and using a home security system to protect your family can be very expensive.
But there are some savvy high-tech devices out there which can do the trick. Mark Barger has this story new for you at 5.
Traditional security systems can give homeowners peace of mind.
System is disarmed.
So can an intimidating pet, maybe even a dummy decoy. But you can set up more robust do-it-yourself security systems for a fraction of the cost of traditional monitoring.
They're $200, a little bit more, a little bit less, and there are even a bunch of alternatives that are practically free.
Whether you want to keep burglars at bay or just keep an eye on a mischievous pet, Wi-Fi cameras can help.
And all of these can beam a signal to your phone or to a web browser.
The DropCam is a popular model that features an HD camera, easy setup, and a free remote video feed.
There's a startup company called Canary that was a crowd-funded company that has a kind of big camera cylindrical unit.
It features a wide-angle lens, night vision, and sensors for motion, temperature, and even humidity. The average Wi-Fi camera doesn't take up much space or require complicated installation. Some free apps like Presence or Manything can utilize devices you already have at home, such as an old phone or iPad.
While you're out of the house, you can watch what's going on through the camera in your old device that was, just sitting in your drawer otherwise.
But going that route means no automated calls to fire or police. It's still up to you to do that. Then again, some intruders you may be able to handle yourself. Mark Barger, NBC News.
These DIY security systems are a great option in places where traditional security systems are unusually complicated or too expensive to install, like those of us renting a home or living in an apartment. Kia Motors America recalling nearly 87,000 of its Forte sedans. The recall notice says it's because of a cooling fan part that might overheat and melt, and that, of course, increases the fire chances in the car. The Kia Fortes made from December 5th, 2012 through April 17th of 2014. That recall expected to begin February 24th. By the way, so far, no injuries reported in connection to this defect. And MasterCard planning to lift its ban on U.S. credit card transactions in Cuba. That'll begin in March. It's the first credit card company, in fact, to unblock transactions in Cuba. That announcement comes just 1 month after President Barack Obama announced plans to restore normal diplomatic relations with the communist-run nation. MasterCard removed the ban following new guidelines just set up by the U.S. Treasury Department.
If you need help to stay fit this year, there's an event happening at the Myrtle Beach Mall that can help. The Get Fit Expo is being held in front of the Men's Belk store from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow. There will be free health screenings, wellness checks, and demonstrations. You can also enter for a chance to win a basket of fitness-related merchandise and Myrtle Beach Mall gift cards. Also, a heads up for America's boating course in Georgetown. Certified instructors from the U.S. Coast Guard will be teaching the course on February 21st from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the U.S. Coast Guard Station on Marina Drive. General information about boats, maintenance, safety, and much more will all be taking place. The cost of the class is $30 per person and $40 per couple sharing a book. We have the registration information posted in this story under the local tab on WMBFnews.com. The New England Patriots head to Arizona today. The AFC champions will face the Seattle Seahawks in Super Bowl 49 in Phoenix this Sunday. Boston will hold a send-off rally at City Hall today. The Seahawks arrived in Arizona on Sunday. We'll have a lot more on how fans are preparing for the big day coming up at 5:30.
And I'll tell you what, the Patriots got out of town just in time. The big one bearing down on the Northeast, and a stern warning going out as a historic winter storm approaches there.
And here in the Grand Strand and PD, we are expecting some rain. I'll tell you when those showers will hit coming up in 3 minutes.